Well, good morning, you bloody legends. You guys are tuned back into another episode of watching me work. I know, I can't believe it either. Hello. Wow. Doesn't that look nice and clean now? My goodness. I have been breaking my back the last couple of days since we finished, just trying to get this thing all cleaned up. Getting everything organised. We've got, I know I said in the last video, we've got maybe up to like 2 inches of rain coming. I don't think they have any idea where that rain's going at the moment, because yesterday we were going to get 100 and something millimetres and today we're going to get next to nothing. So, but anyway, all that being said, there's possibly rain coming. We want to get things put away in the shed, cleaned up and all stacked away so we can just sit back and watch the beautiful rain fall. I forgot to bring a 13mm with me. Espanola. And it's not going to work. Alright, get ready for the dirt. Now, note to self, don't ever throw a bolt into a pile of wheat on the ground, because it disappears in there. And now I can't find it. I don't know, we'll find it at some point. About a foot. So we still got the neighbour's pickup front sitting in the back of the shed here. I did try and run it back to them. Oh, I wanted to during one of the last rain delays we had in harvest, but it never happened. So we're going to go connect up to that now, at least get it on the machine here so that I can run it back over there, and that'll get it out of the back of the shed. It'll free up some space. Then we can start restacking the shed and some things like that. So plus we got to put that wind guard back on the top too, so we'll do that as well while we're at it. So I did actually just ring Tim and he said, hey, we're over here now if you want to run that pickup front back. I said that'll be beautiful because she's sitting on here right now and she's ready to go. Oh, it smells like dirty old hotel room in here after I've washed this thing. I don't know, just the smell of that wet chaff or whatever. Ugh. Oh, why? Well, I spent a little bit too long over there talking to Tim, but what are you going to do? These things happen. You've got to keep the neighbour relations up. So we're just going to chuck a bit of grease into this thing now, throw some shields and that back on it, and then maybe get, oh, it's actually pretty awful out here. There's dust and stuff blowing around everywhere. Yeah, get some shields and stuff back on here, and oh, hopefully we'll be just about done with it by then. So interestingly enough, I have gone back to using a hand grease gun these days. I like to use it preferably when I'm greasing bearings and stuff on the header, because you can feel when the bearing becomes full of grease, and you avoid over greasing the bearing and pushing all that grease out past the seal, and then that sits there and attracts all the dirt and crap and all that sort of stuff. So when you're using an electric one, you're just ramming grease in there and you don't really know how much has gone in. But with that one, you do get a good feel for how much is in there, or if it's full. Oh. Oh. It is just absolutely gross out here today, guys. It's 38 degrees and that is a very firm easterly breeze coming in. It's just powdery down here where the trucks were driving in and out to go get beans, and it's picking up a heap of dust off that track and blowing it into the shed. And I'm not gonna lie, I am struggling for motivation at the moment. Oh, this is not helping, but yeah, it's just been a grind. It's the end of harvest. We just got to have a big push here and get this stuff sorted out so we can sit back and take it easy for a bit. Well, it still needs some work, but that is just 10 times better than what it was. So you can actually see the bench top, you can stand in front of the bench. It's looking quite a bit nicer. I just had to clean that up. It was annoying me something fierce, but I've got a couple of piles of stuff here still to sort out. So anyway, we'll get to that later. Well, I was going to pull the steering wheel out of the header and then start moving some machinery around, but that looks very gloomy out there to the north, and it looks like it's coming our way on the radar. So I might switch gears and get the front and finish blowing that down and try and get that back in the shed so that it doesn't get all wet and soggy, and then make it a real hard job to clean up. Too late, the rain is already here. Wow. Well, it didn't last long, and it looks like yet another system that's going to glance us by. So anyway, I don't have much to go to clean up on here. It's only underneath the covers on the other end. I've sort of did 70–80% of the cleanup out in the paddock before I brought this thing home, so I just wanted to get under here and yeah, give everything a good cleanup. Man, was that fiddly trying to get that thing back in there, but we got it, so that's all that matters. And I did all that rushing and it rained for about 30 seconds. That's always the way it goes. So we're just going to get this screen and steering wheel straight out of here, because this thing is actually going to Emmett's on next Tuesday. It's Thursday the 6th or 7th? There you go, Thursday the 7th. So yeah, next Tuesday this has to be over there for them to do the auger from the collision we had, well, a year ago now basically. So that'll be nice to have that finally done. We'll drop it there and they can have it for as long as they really need it. We just want that job done and it all fixed up properly. So we'll get this stuff out of here, because this will probably have to go back into the loader, because we'll be spreading some gypsum or lime or something like that next anyway. An Allen key in there, really? Really? should next year's season be favourable, maybe we'll get a screen for this and we'll change it back. We'll change it over to Green Star, which would be, man, that'd be nice. That product works. Well, at least it does in my one tiny year of experience with it. It's amazing how much stuff ends up on the windscreen in here, just filthy. Last thing to do in here, get rid of the dirty hotel smell. Used hotel. Dirty old stale hotel. And just like that, I think we're just about ready for hibernation. Greasing is just one of those things that is an absolute chore, and that's why I do it now, so I can put the thing back in the shed and I can forget about it, and I know I don't have to do it again until we start using the damn thing again. So I think she is just about ready for her hibernation now. So typically I would actually just wheel this thing back into the shed, inspect it, start do a bit of a rough pre-season on it, get some of the simple stuff out of the way straight away. But this year, because we're expecting rain and I'm just trying to get everything cleaned up and put away, and then it's go and have that insurance job done, that's all I'm going to do with it for now. It'll have to wait till some spare time comes up, and that might not be until the winter, so we'll wait and see. But anyway, I've got to go get the truck from over the road, and then we might call it a day, I reckon. Be free! They do the exact same thing every time you open the gate. They rush out and they stand right by your feet, and then they go the same direction every time, straight over to those trees. It's just like clockwork. Alright everyone, we'll call that a video. I have been absolutely hauling tail trying to get everything shifted back here and cleaned up and put away over the last couple of days. That's the funny thing about farming. It doesn't matter whether you have an absolute bumper season or a horrible drought. It's the same amount of effort that goes in every year to putting the crop in, maintaining machinery, pre-seasoning it, cleaning up. All that stuff is the same effort, and that's why drought sucks. Really dry years suck, and not that that's this year for us, and until that day comes we'll hope that it doesn't, but it's just part of farming at the end of the day, and you don't get any reward for your effort on those years, and that's pretty disheartening. But we have got some particularly wild weather coming tomorrow, 41 degrees and 65 km/h winds. I'm going to be hiding inside, and by hiding inside I mean editing videos or doing office work. It'd be nice to just have a day off, but that's not going to happen. So anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching the videos. We really do appreciate it. If you want to support the channel or you want to see more videos, just consider liking and subscribing, because that helps us out. You guys have yourselves a good one, and until next time, see ya.